Guys, you don't worry about me in this podcast.
So the aliens have been visiting Earth
I'm with India's leading
for
eye surgeon discussing
2, 3,
aliens.
4,000 years.
Huh.
So I would spend time in the clinic. I would see everyone was happy. They were thankful. And they would pay you also. So I thought this is a really good job, you know.
Apparently, he was advised you want to meet girls, St. Xavier's is the college to go to.
Yeah, St.
And
Xavier
if
is
you
the best college to
want to
meet
get into a
girls.
good medical school, you got to go somewhere else. You can't go to Xavier.
Yeah.
Sometimes I feel physician is just making up things.
Yeah, but I find it very boring.
Very
You just
boring.
go and how are you?
how
And
are
he
you?
says, my stomach's paining. Well,
Let's downgrade physicians. Eye surgeon
not very
is a proper
smart
doctor.
to-
Yeah, what the hell is a
Yeah.
physician here?
I do a cataract surgery in under 3 months.
Really?
Yeah.
Are you carrying your gun here?
No,
You don't carry it with
I
you.
only carry the gun to the range.
You don't carry it otherwise. You have a license.
Yes.
So you can carry it, right?
What will I do with it?
Just have fun on the road. किसने बाइक किसने लगाया इधर गांडो आजा आजा All right, Cyrus says, I've got with me Dr. Cyres, C-Y-R-E-S. We already discussed this before when I met him the last time. Dr. Cyres K. Mehta, legendary eye surgeon, with a very interesting story. The book is all about his entire life. This is the book which is about the life. There's another book which is about the eye, which is only part of his life. All right, doctor, at any point come in and just interrupt me, but I'll just keep talking about you like I'm your huge fan and there'll be no retort from you at all. We'll have
You're
to
not my huge fan?
I am your huge fan.
Okay.
What are you saying? After reading this, you're a man after my own heart. The only thing is my mom never let me ride a bike after I hit a nun. Long story.
They didn't let me ride a bike either.
Yeah. Well, after you crash, we'll come to that. Yeah, that's true. And shooting, I had a what was it? A National 25. Sorry, my beautiful Miss India has just walked in.
Yes.
Suresh. Suresh, take a look at the cameras. Enjoy yourself. अब थोड़ा ये audition भी दे दो. मैं सुभाष जी के पास देगा अभी. I'm sorry about that. But yeah, so I had an air gun myself. So let me quickly tell everyone, because there's a lot of bits that we want to get into as fast as we can. He used to shoot. Okay, that sounds wrong. He was a, what's the right word? He had a .22 air gun.
Yeah, growing up, all the kids had a .22 air gun.
This is
Rather an air
this is
rifle.
rough and tough cuff parade.
It's not an
Soho.
air gun, it's an air rifle.
rifle.
Because
Yeah.
the barrel has rifling inside.
Right.
To spin the pellet. So
There
it's
you
much
go.
more accurate.
Yeah. It's not an
So
air
a
gun.
gun has a smooth bore.
Huh.
But a rifle has rifling inside.
Are you going to
the
put them
barrel.
to sleep now? What the hell? Okay, fair enough. So air rifle, one part is that. Second part is bodybuilder and powerlifter, which we'll come to as well. Third part is musician, which is not so much documented. I wanted to know more.
No, because
There's one
I
shot of you
think
playing the harmonica.
Yeah. So I
and there's
played the harmonica
rock-
since I was probably in kindergarten.
Yeah.
Because my grandfather was a musician. He could play the harmonica, the banjo, the mandolin. So I kind of grew up with the old folks. And so all this rubbed off on me.
Can you say banjo with a Punjabi accent? A banjo. I love doing that. It's just so much fun. So all that is there. Then on top of that, and then the last part is what he's most famous for, which is eye surgeon, legacy eye surgeon, because his dad is arguably the greatest of all time, Dr. Keki Mehta, who's also featured here in the book. We'll come to that. And cycling, Ironman. But let's not forget that, which is different from bodybuilding and everything else, which is a new sort of avatar of his, which happened later.
Much
in
later.
life, yeah. And then you mentioned two people I know decently well, Jamshid Pandole and Ashish Contractor. I felt too much in the book. They were given too much power. His wife is right here. If you want to see how many times Jamshid is mentioned compared to it's Vinifer, it's a little I felt unbalanced. You want to
I think
correct that?
Vinifer's more in the book than Jamshid, right?
No!
No, Jamshid is more in the book.
Who mentions?
Oh, okay.
I just read the last
right.
50, 60 pages just now I finished it here in the studio. No, now we'll sit and correct it.
She hasn't read the book.
You have read the book?
She hasn't read the book.
fine.
She said, I've had to live with you for 25 years, so I didn't have to read the book.
Let me, before there's a problem, it's a very well-written book about you. Your bits are very, it's very, he's never said that it's only possible.
Sure.
Ah.
Dare not.
You dare not.
But I've lived the book, so I didn't need to.
You live the book. He's also mentioned how the romance started. I'll test you all about that a little later. I know that there's a 4-year age difference. I know all these little details and how that
You
happened.
really did read the book.
And your technique, your love technique, which was, to try and get to know the friends and from there.
Yeah, that always works.
Yeah, just tell people.
Yeah,
about it.
yeah.
People don't know what an old classic that is, when
Yeah,
you-
see, in the olden days when we didn't have Instagram and Facebook, you couldn't direct message girls
Yeah.
and stuff. So you have to first befriend the friends and just look cool about it.
Yeah.
Okay, you can't just make a dive at them.
Correct. Yeah.
And then
They're
that's
almost
how
like
it
in the
works.
periphery, just a gang together.
Yeah.
And then, but you're focused. I think you
Yeah.
mentioned Michael Jordan also.
No,
one
I
of
was
your
very
quotes.
focused.
Laser focused.
I'm a focused person.
Yeah.
Once I focus on something, I end up doing
But
it.
subtle initially, and then slowly
Yeah.
focus, and then the rest is history. And one of the children also here. Is he going to?
He's the smaller one of
younger
the
one,
offspring.
yeah.
The oldest one
He's already in medical.
Yeah, the oldest one is in medical school right now, writing his medicine paper one today for his final MBBS.
Wow.
Yeah.
Excellent. Can you use AI?
No, I would have liked to use AI to cheat. But
Yeah,
today
you've got lots of-
the kids
yeah.
are not good at cheating today.
Yeah.
When I tell them that we used to carry chits to
I
the
think-
exam in our socks and all, they're aghast, like, oh, what is that? And all. I said, that's a chit.
Also-
Now you write the answers and you take it with you.
Our cheating was a little bit more fundamental, I
Yeah.
felt, Like there was cogging with the normal thing where you
No,
said,
cheating is a fundamental part of medical education.
correct. And you'd say, Arun, just move your shoulder, and
Yeah.
and then you'd copy. I thought that was normal.
No, we could even take the supplement and copy from it.
Yeah. There were some teachers who were very generous. They'd be like, I'll be leaving for 20 minutes.
But now they are replaced by CCTV.
I know, that's horrible, yeah.
But the point is, you can't see all the CCTV all the time.
True. But it's recorded, so if someone's a real joker, wants to look at it from time to time.
They can.
Yeah. But yeah, God, you mentioned exams, I get scared. I hated them. Honestly.
I hated them as
Yeah,
well. I hated
yeah.
going to school.
Yeah. Yeah, there's
And
one.
the last day of school, all the boys were crying
This is
like
Campion,
little
right?
girls. Yeah.
Yeah.
That
all the
we have
boys
to
were crying
leave.
like little girls.
So they had
Cancelled.
to
Both of us.
leave school. I was like laughing. Thank God, I can't wait to get out of here.
Yeah. Uniforms and lines.
No,
and
it was terrible.
too much.
No, going to school and college was really not
It's
my
like-
thing. Yeah.
No, but it's like being in the army without the guns.
I
What's
just
the fun?
wanted to be a surgeon. If I didn't get to operate or I didn't get to see patients, it'd be just pointless sitting in that library endless hours.
But let's not jump
It's
the
damn
gun.
boring.
Let's quickly, as much as we can, let's go into the life and we can go into the entire idea of how you went your path towards surgery, etc. So let's start right at the beginning, as the book does, which is the early days, your memories. You've given us lots of memories here. Take us through the initial things. What did you think of your dad? What was your understanding of what was going on?
So every little boy's dad is his first hero.
Correct.
Unless the dad is really terrible, in which case,
Just say yes.
he might not be the hero.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So I always wanted to be like my dad. And he was really famous.
Correct.
So the clinic would run
I mean, you're so famous, you
to
can't
1
be humble.
a.m.
Yeah, he's so well known.
No,
in
he
the
was
point.
not humble.
Yeah.
So the clinic would run till 1 a.m. So I thought this is a good thing to do. And people were really thrilled. Generally when people go to a store and they buy something and they're not very happy with the owners, they make faces at them. Here, everyone was happy. So I would spend time in the clinic. I would see everyone was happy. They were thankful. And they would pay you also. So I thought this is a really good job. People say thank you and they pay you. So I can do this. I would watch the surgical videos. And those days, it was like a reel. So you would play these reels at home of surgery. This was the pre-VCR days.
What were you watching it on?
On the wall.
Oh,
So
right,
there
the
was
projector.
a
The
projector. It was
projector.
called Super 8.
Cyrus and Cyrus, how old are we?
Yeah, really old.
Projectors
now.
and the
So this
white
was
wall.
1975, 76.
Fair enough, yeah.
And the VCRs came to India at the time of the
80s?
Asian Games.
82.
When they liberalized the import policy. So they liberalized the import policy and all the TVs and VCRs sold out in Singapore and Dubai because all the Indians wanted one suddenly and you couldn't get it.
Like your Campion school mate, Adrian Ezra,
Yeah.
he got a VCR. I remember him telling me, I've got a VCR. And that his father said, after 6 months, we'll get the TV.
Yeah.
But they got the VCR first.
Right.
Which is something I've
So
never...
that was like a caste system.
Yeah, it was.
So first, if you had a color TV and the other fellow had the black and white TV,
Yeah,
it was
yeah.
like
You're below.
sidey and all.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're beneath me.
Yeah.
And then the VCR came and it was a top-loading
I think the
VCR.
VCP came first. They didn't have a recorder. It was a VC player.
No, I think we went straight to VCR.
Google.
We went straight to VCR.
VCR,
And
is
there
it?
was a top-loading, there was a Sony Trinitron TV and there used to be a national top-loading VCR. And so if you were well-to-do,
Yeah.
you got that. The poor people got Onida TV.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
There goes our brand.
Yeah.
We were this close to an Onida deal. Gone forever. Yes, VCR days. Your son is here and so is your wife. So I can't discuss the kind of movies we must have both watched in the 80s. Let's just say that many of them left an imprint on us. But
Lasting impression.
But, yeah, Yeah, those we've discussed this on other podcasts with other people from our age group about how you had to have one man watching the window in case your parents come back, to pull out the tape in time. No pun intended. So let's go back to this. So you're a young boy. You had this idea that your dad's somebody special.
Yeah.
And then how did you get into it? You were a Campion school. That was your
I
first.
was in Campion school. So then, those days, if you wanted to be a doctor, you went, if you were in South Bombay,
Yeah.
you went to Jai Hind College.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then you wrote the HSC exam.
Can I
You
interrupt?
went to all the tuition classes.
Yeah.
And then you got the marks and you went to medical school.
He said something really, I don't know whether it's right or politically incorrect, but apparently he was advised you want to meet girls, St. Xavier's is the college to go to.
Yeah. St.
And if
Xavier's is
you
the best college to
want to
meet
get
girls.
into a good medical school, you got to go somewhere else. You can't go to Xavier's.
Yeah, you can't go to Xavier's because nobody ever got into medical school from Xavier's. It was unheard of.
I was all my pals from science.
So
a
you
lot of
only
them
went, you
Campionites,
only
yeah.
joined Xavier's to meet girls. Otherwise, it was
Ah, no,
completely
Xavierite.
pointless. Yeah.
I met like one girl.
You didn't go to medical school.
And
did
she's
you?
had a transformation after 20 years.
Yeah.
Yeah. He works in marketing now. Yeah. No, I'm just kidding. No, but I'm trying to think if there was some people in medicine in the end from Xavier's.
So, but then if you lived in the other parts of Bombay, not South Bombay, like all this Dadar and all these other parts, then you went to Ruparel,
Correct, yes.
where everyone had oily hair.
Oh, God.
Okay. So here, if
For
you
once,
went to South Bombay.
Guys, you don't worry about me in this podcast. Okay?
So if you
we
if
get
you went
legal
to-
only for the
yeah.
other side.
If you
We're
went
okay
to
now.
South Bombay, you went to Jai Hind,
Huh.
where very few people had oily hair.
Correct.
Yeah.
This is back in the 90s.
Yeah,
Let's
you
specify.
know the distinction.
Yeah. Okay.
And Xavier's, nobody had oily hair.
Okay. He's trying to attack a certain, what is the word? Dynamic. Let's call it a dynamic. But
then when I joined medical school, I realized that 80% of the people had oily hair.
Ah, Christ. Now we're going down
Yeah.
south. We're going down south here.
Yeah.
Okay, to fast forward a little bit, you'll end up going to... there's another story there. Your dad said no to going to Manipal.
Yeah, he said, we landed up in Manipal to meet the founder of the medical school there, Mr. Pai.
Yeah.
So they were the Manipal
Renowned
group, and they
family.
were, renowned business family of India.
Yeah.
And they were the first people to put a private medical school in India because they realized that since the government's given away most of the seats in reservation, there's less option for poor folk like us
Quietly
anymore.
put that in. We could
Yeah.
have a whole debate on that alone.
Yeah.
But how many seats are actually left for merit?
Only 13% now.
Is it really that low?
Yeah, it is that low.
So just people who want to get into medicine, there's about 87.
You have to pay and go to a capitation school.
yeah. Oh my God.
You don't have any option.
Any idea what it would cost now?
A frightful amount of money. It's about
Lakhs?
30 lakhs a year.
30 lakhs a year.
A year for 5 years.
My God. Is it easier to get that honorary doctorate like Dr. Vijay Mallya, Dr. Lata Mangeshkar?
No, there are so many doctors now.
seems
They've
easier.
never been to school.
Okay.
Yeah.
Where were we? So Manipal is
Yeah, so
rocking,
we
this is a
landed up
rocking
in
place.
Manipal.
Yeah.
And it was like a little village. There were 2-3 buildings, which was the medical school, the dental school, and nothing much else. There was some farmland and some cattle grazing there. So somebody told my dad that, if you put in Manipal, he's going to do drugs. Okay, so I didn't know what drugs were. So
Campion boy.
yeah, but there were no drugs.
Kulaba Company area is,
1985,
notorious.
86, there was no such thing as
Really?
drugs and all. Yeah, we used to hide chewing gum in school.
You're comparing chewing gum to drugs?
Yeah, that's what we could hide chewing gum. So there was no such thing as drugs. I wasn't really exposed to that. So they said, you'll do drugs here. I said, well, okay. So then he said, no, don't put him in Manipal, put him in Mangalore, which was the sister college,
Correct.
where all the merit students and all the people who
The nerdy,
wrote
the study more
exam,
nerdy.
yeah, first 20 ranks in Karnataka, they all went there.
Yeah.
So I was put in there.
With the glorious name Kasturba.
Kasturba Medical College
Medical-
was the
which
same
is-
one
which
in
is many,
Manipal.
yeah,
It
across
was
the country,
Manipal
yeah.
and Mangalore as well. So
So you
that's
missed
how I
the
ended
fun
up in
crowd
Mangalore.
and you got
Yes.
the nerdy crowd.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wanted to go to Manipal though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then it turned out okay.
It turned out very good.
And I think you meet Vikram there.
I met Vikram. there,
Vikram is
yeah.
mentioned 46 times, Vinipur,
it?
in the book. Vikram is the best friend.
Yeah, he was like the bestie. See, in medical school, you need a bestie.
Yeah, you need a guy.
Yeah, you need
Because
a
you're
guy
coming from
like-
another city and
Yeah.
And then let's talk a little bit about that life because there's so much to talk about. I want to get to all the other facets of your career and all that. You were the arm wrestling champion.
I was the arm wrestling
Give us the whole-
champion of Mangalore.
Yeah. Of Mangalore?
Yeah, basically the dental school, the medical school, and whichever other school that the Pies had there, they used to have an arm wrestling competition once a year. And I would end up beating them all because I was pretty good at it. I was much larger and more muscular then.
Although that's more like a wrist, forearm wrist
No, but
power
you have
thingy.
to have a certain amount of strength as well.
Yeah.
You can't just have a strong wrist and expect to beat guys who are 30 kilos heavier than you.
Yeah. I think you mentioned there's a guy from Punjab or something who was much heavier and bigger.
Yeah,
in
there
the
were many
final.
guys who are much heavier and bigger. I mean, they would claim later that I cheated and stuff. I moved my elbow and all. But if you cheat also, you have to do it quickly.
Right.
You know, whenever the driver breaks a signal, I tell him, karne ka to jaldi karo. So they stop halfway in between.
This is a beautiful philosophy. Absolutely right.
If you want to do something, jaldi
it's
jaldi
do
karo.
or die. It's the do or die gene.
Yeah.
Either you go for it or not go for it.
Yeah.
This whole hesitancy and then you quietly hit the red light clearly.
Yeah.
As against the, where you can call it. That's a good point, I must say.
Yeah, if you want to run that red light, do it quickly.
Yeah. Not that you should run red lights. We're
Never
not saying
ever.
Don't ever run red
Never.
lights.
Never break the speed limit either.
Not not that either. I mean, by 1 kilometer, it's okay.
Yeah.
So I think 1 or 2 kilometers is a grace apparently.
Yeah.
So 60 to 62, they don't call it. 64,
Is it?
Yeah, something like that.
I keep getting challans on that coastal road.
On the coastal road.
Yeah.
But it's about 80 there, as far as I remember. So you're going.
But
well,
they used to put these vans, you know, with these radars.
Yeah.
But they kept changing the position.
Yeah, they're smart.
Yeah.
Because I'm like you, I try to remember where the cameras are, especially
Yeah.
because we do the same route.
Yeah.
Once you do the same route, it's like you should know.
But now we know.
No, you're right.
kind of figured
No,
out.
coastal road is a bit of, and also which day? Sunday they go crazy. Everybody's working on Sunday, checking out all the infractions.
I guess all the kids with the fast cars are out.
But
on
there's some
Sunday.
horrible driving also that happens.
Terrible.
You suddenly see, and of course VIPs are excused for going in 130 with 37 cars. Even
They are above the law. You
they're
can't
above the.
catch
Also in days of austerity, nothing has changed.
So
in
then
Mumbai.
there'll be one car and there'll be, I don't know why they need 35 cars.
35
to give them
cars?
security.
Hello?
There are 5 in front, 5 behind, 5 on the side.
And my pet peeve, don't
And-
forget my pet peeve. Right at the back is the ambulance. You're a doctor.
There's an ambulance.
There's
and
a bloody
there's
ambulance!
And there's a jammer.
What's
I don't
a
know
jammer?
what. There's a jamming vehicle. If you notice, there's one funny vehicle with antennas.
Oh, right, to
That
jam
is
the
supposed to
signals.
jam.
Yeah, correct.
No,
Yeah.
that is supposed to jam
Your Wi-Fi
signals
around
around so that if you plan to blow them up with a bomb underneath,
yeah.
you can't trigger it by radio.
That also, and also you can't basically watch any other program except the tributes to the person in the car. Which in Mumbai, may I say this to all mantris and bureaucrats, nobody knows who you are in Mumbai. Mumbai is a city which has no political consciousness. We don't understand all this, right? You go to Delhi, I accept it. They do know. Go to Calcutta, they 100% know. But in Mumbai, nobody knows. Unless you're from Bollywood or Hollywood or something, nobody knows. Unless you're an influencer.
No, but here we have industrialists also who have 10 cars in front, 10 cars behind.
I know who you're talking about.
And
I agree totally.
I cannot name names.
No, I'm
But there are
with you.
10 in the front,
Yeah.
10 behind side. Why does he need 25 cars
No
to
idea.
protect him?
Really?
And then there's 25 cars to protect his son, and there's 25 cars to protect his daughter-in-law. There were a lot of cars.
Would
and
it be
what
better-
pisses me off
Yeah.
is that the cars that his servants are driving are better than the car that I have.
That's true.
Earlier they started with Scorpios. Now they're driving BMWs.
They're
The
doing-
servants are driving
they're
Range
doing-
Rovers.
they're doing
Do you have a
really
Range
well.
Rover?
I don't even have a servant.
Then?
But I know exactly who you're talking about, and it's amazing. That and bodyguards. You know, these guys who keep these 10 bodyguards with guns and all, where in a restaurant or at a club, you're inside a club and they come with 4 bodyguards with guns and all. It's just ridiculous.
To protect them.
From who? The managing committee? Who you worried about?
Protecting them.
Yeah. It's really good. Let's not go off to, let's get back to Mangalore. So you're in Mangalore, and that's when the real hard grind starts for you. In the sense that you have to pass these exams and get
Eventually,
into... Yeah.
once you get in, you actually have to study and pass.
Yeah. Which we must be joking.
But it's
and all.
very interesting. Medicine's a very hands-on and interesting specialty. I could never have been an engineer. There's a book and there's all this maths, and this maths kind of goes over my head. That's why I became a doctor. I realized that that's probably the only thing I can do well.
No, but I think you say in the book also that you, like ENT and there's certain subjects you felt like fish in water. This is like my thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which happens just naturally. And also because being a voracious reader, you liked reading and learning about this subject,
Yeah.
etc.
So actually, I liked studying. I liked going to the library. I liked going to the ward. I liked watching surgery. So I pretty much liked everything about medical school.
Yeah.
There's a lot of exam pressure which they can do away with. Because by writing the exam doesn't make you a better doctor or a worse doctor. You're the same person after the exam and you're the same person before the exam. So unnecessarily making it difficult because they need some way to evaluate.
But in the end, for you guys, the surgery is the most important part, right?
Yeah.
So isn't experience like
So
much more
eye
important than
doctors
anything
are
else?
90% surgery and 10% seeing patients. Unlike a physician who is just seeing patients all day with a stethoscope.
Sometimes I feel physician is just making up things. I'll just put his thing around your nipple and say, "Arey, not good." not
Yeah, but I find it very boring. You
Very
know,
boring.
Just go and how are you?
how
And
are
he
you?
says, my stomach's paining. Well, then
Acidity.
obviously something's wrong in his stomach, right?
Yeah.
You don't have to be very
let's
smart to do
downgrade
that.
physicians. Eye surgeon
not
is
very
a proper
smart to
doctor.
do.
Yeah, what the hell is a
Yeah.
physician here?
So see, in medical school, there's a hierarchy.
Yeah.
Okay, we start out right on top is like the neurosurgeon.
Be very careful. Like
and
your
the heart
fraternity will
surgeon.
listen to
Yeah,
this.
there's a neurosurgeon and a heart surgeon.
Done.
Who's right on top.
Top.
Okay. Then a little under that is the radiologist, which is kind of going out of favor because now AI is going to diagnose everything. And what is the radiologist going to do?
Radiologist cancelled.
Cancelled,
Next.
cancelled.
Next.
Then under that is the ophthalmologist.
Okay, which
Because
I can't.
if you can't see,
Yeah.
you're pretty much useless.
Absolutely.
What are you going to do with
Correct.
all your money and everything? If you can't see, 3/4 of the fun in life is gone.
Yeah.
Then after that is everyone else.
But where do we put the physician? The GP or whatever we call him?
I think it comes under that.
Like, who's the lowest totem on the pole?
We can't mention. It's unmentionable.
Below the physician?
Yeah, yeah.
Who's there?
Yeah, below the all the
Dentist?
basic specialties. No, dentists don't figure.
Yeah.
Because when we study dentistry,
Yeah.
they only study head, neck, but they avoid brain. So dentist used to be head, neck, no brain.
Okay.
Okay, because you don't need much brain
Absolutely.
to do it anyway.
Yeah.
So dentistry used to be head, neck, no brain. I think that's mentioned somewhere.
Isn't
in
your
the
uncle
book.
a famous dentist?
Yes, he's a very famous dentist. He was the dean of
You spent one chapter to praising
Tufts
dentistry and him. Be
dental
very
school,
careful, boss.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tufts Dental School.
Yeah.
See, with dentistry, is a great specialty, and of course, it's very important to have good dental hygiene and not have any pain or cavities. But see, at the end of the day, if the tooth falls out and everything goes to the dogs, you can just put another one. You can't, if your eye goes to the dogs,
Good
your
point.
heart goes to the dogs,
Good point.
can't put another one, can
Yeah.
you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you sort of do. If you have time, we'll get to explain LASIK, which I couldn't understand. I tried to. And there's also mention of cataract being 650 BC. Mentions of this in
Yeah.
Indian.
Cataract surgery started in India.
I
So
don't
we
know how
had a
true this
very-
is. I'm going by the
so
book.
we had a very evolved medical system 3,000, 4,000 years ago with the Indus Valley
So
civilization.
the center is correct about all this.
Yeah, yeah.
I got to just, I was
You're
worried.
absolutely right. I don't know about those flying
The Air
objects
India.
and all.
Air India's been around.
Yeah, these flying objects,
Air India-
UFOs. Donald Trump says that
When
UFOs
Alexander
have
the
landed
Great
in
crossed
India.
the Indus, the Air India planes were going. He just didn't bother. Yeah. Sorry.
So those were the old Vimanas and things
Yeah.
like that.
They're still there.
I'm telling you, the aliens have been visiting Earth over the centuries. You know, enough.
Joe Rogan
I'm
talks
dead
about this
serious.
actually. Yeah. Like,
Read
could the
the
civilization
books,
have been
read
very
the
advanced?
books of
Yeah.
Eric von Daniken. So I read all this. So I used to have many library memberships. And there was this one library in Kaffarate called Metzens also. So I used to borrow all these books from Teenage Library and all.
Yeah, I remember
And Teenage was a book library before it became VHS cassettes.
And
and we
Asif,
could
Asif?
rent Asif and Nadeem.
Nadeem, yeah.
And we could rent pornos from there.
Yeah, but-
Okay, you know that.
Nallo chahe yaar, nallo chahe.
They just watch on the internet.
How old
now.
is it? It's free.
It's
Your
ninth
poor dad
stand- ninth standard
I
now.
know. We had to spend $10 a cassette.
Yeah, it was
and they would
30
check.
rupees.
They were especially for the dirty
They
films.
would come in a brown paper.
And then they would check the
Yeah.
condition of the tape because it was like gold. They wouldn't check if you watch some ridiculous Benji or some sweet film like that. Yeah. Anyway, where were we?
So the aliens have been visiting Earth
I'm with India's leading
for
eye surgeon discussing
2, 3,
aliens.
4,000 years.
Yeah.
Because some of the things that we have are inexplicable.
Like the pyramids, yeah.
You read Eric von Daniken's book, Chariots of the Gods. It will be an eye-opener. I read all this when I was in
So
third,
in
fourth
short,
grade.
since we've entered this
I used to
area,
read a lot.
fair enough. I'm just saying, since we entered this area, the point being that there were advanced civilizations.
Yeah.
There's been the deluge where everything disappears, and it's happened many times in the universe, and then a new civilization starts from scratch.
Yeah.
So some of the advanced technology is there, which you can't explain. Hence the pyramids example and other things like that. And then you're wondering if
I went to Egypt.
you went
I went to see the pyramids.
and
There was such a small opening to crawl inside.
Oh my God.
So I looked at the pyramid. I said, this thing collapses today. I'll be buried alive.
Oh, if
so
you go in.
Winifred went. Okay. I refused to go in that. So I stood outside on the plains of Giza and I observed the pyramids.
and
But
you
I
took-
refused to go
you
inside.
pulled out the camera and you said,
Yeah,
"Go, we'll see what happens."
Those
Yeah.
days, we actually had a camera.
Yeah.
No one has a camera.
So
you could make out these are Japanese tourists because they would roam around with that Nikon camera.
Yeah.
So today they are all using the iPhone.
Sad,
no one has
no?
a camera anymore.
Although the last trip I've done abroad, I have seen a few Japanese tourists with the old-fashioned cameras as
Yeah.
well.
They still make them. Huh?
They still make them, and I think the classic photographer. I don't know if that's not mentioned as one of your loves, but they do prefer their what are the XLRs and all these
SLRs.
SLRs and
No, but now
PLPs
it's mirrorless.
Yeah.
Earlier they had a mirror, But now all the SLRs are mirrorless.
Yeah. But I think you're very upset when you say that, oh, the iPhone has better quality and all. It's a very bad conversation.
So I don't think the iPhone has better quality, but then it's much easier to carry around the iPhone rather than the big
The
SLR.
guy who's trained 4 years in photography with his big camera,
so
and then
he
you come
needs
and take
the
the same
camera
photograph
thing.
of the pyramid and yours looks better.
You're not recording this podcast on iPhone, are you?
We will at some point.
Yeah.
As the budgets go down. Anyway, their salaries are being withheld this month. Don't laugh. What do you think is happening here? I've got lots more I want to talk about. Oh, God, 26 minutes already. So let's quickly get into the practice because I want to talk about all the other avatars as quickly as possible.
Yeah.
So then the practice starts.
Yeah.
Now, and you mentioned this, and this is a very important thing because people easily say legacy kid, nepo kid, blah, blah, blah. It applies to any industry. Dad shadows on top of you.
Nobody
Huge
wants to
shadow.
go to you.
Yeah.
And nobody will go to
He's
you.
been very open about this in the chapter. Check it out.
Nobody
Yeah.
will go to you because you're sitting in the presence of an established legend.
Yeah.
And they become legends because they do good work for 20,
And it's a
30,
personal
40, 50
profession.
years.
It's a personal, yeah.
It's a medicine or rather surgery is like a one-on-one. The person comes to you and expects you to operate them. You can't farm them off to someone else, which people are doing today in big hospitals. Or you come, you see one person, you operate by somebody else. But today, if I had to get operated, I would go to one person and expect him to do that. So considering that this is a person-to-person interaction, it was very difficult to break into it. Because everybody wanted to go to my dad, and naturally so. So I had to start at a different location.
And
I
so you
worked
moved.
with him for a number of years, or rather worked under him. I don't think you can work with him. Worked under him for a number of years, and then I just started my own practice.
Which is a 200 square foot small place you took.
I took a really tiny place, much smaller than this studio. Where I couldn't afford anything
But
else.
quickly tell people you were advised to go far away so that there's no question of, this.
Yeah, so two of his well-meaning friends, they said, go 30 kilometers away to Mulund. I don't know where Mulund was.
Oops.
So I couldn't go there.
You lost one whole
And,
geography
I
listenership
couldn't go
gone
there.
with that.
And then so I said, I'll just be close by because I'm just too lazy to go anywhere.
Yeah.
So I found a place 1 kilometer away. That was far enough for me.
There's Strand Cinema for those who are from South Mumbai. So it's
Yeah,
a
there was a
Colaba
place
market
called
area.
Strand Cinema.
What a beautiful
So
cinema.
that was
in
just,
Diwali.
yeah. It's all gone now.
Sad.
So
Yeah, it would have been changed to Rishikesh Cinema anyway. The name Strand would have been taken out of the window first.
Yeah.
Sorry. So you started in a small thing on your own.
Yeah.
So just to establish the fact, there's one parallel that I have, which is Nicolas Cage, who didn't want the Francis Ford Coppola surname on his head because he's the nephew of this great, family of filmmakers. So he took off on his own and tried to, make it on his own with a new name, etc., and with cutting no favors, which is quite, brave to do. Because in life you take whatever breaks you get, I would think, in any case. So just quickly tell us, so how did that pan out then? Because you started
that
again.
panned
you're-
out rather well.
You're just Cyres Mehta, you're not Keki Mehta's son here.
No, so that panned out rather well. Like any other medical practice, you have to kind of sit there and wait. And then you do one good surgery and the person sends you one more person and that kind of tree grows.
Yeah. So you built it brick by brick, literally, from
Yeah.
a small room there, working late hours. But we have to take a quick break. Then we'll come back. We have some questions for you. And we want to get into all the other very interesting sides of your personality as well. If we have time, I also want to understand what LASIK really is. All right. Now, a picture of some beautiful young girls playing beach volleyball, and then we'll come back.
I'm not the problem on this podcast.
Welcome to Cinephile,
Cinephile.
where we talk about all things cinema.
Vivek was doing a very good job at that time and not Masti 4.
In the start,
Yes.
Shahid Kapoor's wearing a condom
Yes.
on his head
Yes.
and then finds out that Priyanka Chopra is pregnant.
He's so harami, yaar.
Please don't use that as a verb.
Beedi chalai le.
That's the best song in the world.
It's the best song in the world.
But wake up shit people don't like.
What? Are you mad? You have no taste. Who are we?
We are Shrimi and Karan.
I am popular on Instagram.
I'm also popular on
No.
Twitter.
Farooq, if you're seeing this, call me.
Dr. Cyres Mehta, Dr. Cyres as he spells it. Just take a look at these. I don't know, maybe we'll take a close later. So one picture is him obviously as a doctor looking very refined. And then there's one of him as a young John Abraham with the abs and all. Are the abs still there?
Some of them.
You've gone up and down in weight a lot. You've had a few ups and downs, right?
But it's always going to fluctuate
Yeah,
because
true.
you need that 4 hours a day or 3 hours a day to keep exercising to keep the body fat off.
And
which is
dieting.
not possible all the time.
Then there's
Yeah.
the young motorbike hero. And then there's the latest avatar, which is crazy about, which is cycling. Oof, lots of stuff that you do. It's amazing that being a full-time doctor, very busy practice. I've been to his practice. My aunt has been there, working non-stop. You still have time to do so many different things.
Yeah, you have to make time.
Yeah. I mean,
You don't have time, you have to make time.
Just for the record, he's got a gym. A state-of-the-art gym is they own the building, firstly. And because they own the building, he's got space on, you're okay with that the whole one floor was designed as the gym. She's fine with that. You mentioned very supportive of everything, including bodybuilding, etc.
Everything.
Yeah. So let's get into that for a little while. So from the beginning, interested in lifting, weights and bodybuilding?
Yeah, so I started training when I was in probably the 6th grade.
Right.
So I would
Sixth
come
grade.
home from school
12?
and so I had something called a bull worker.
I remember.
Yeah. So bull worker was basically a big glorified spring.
Yeah.
Like a shock absorber. Shock absorber.
Time under
and you
tension,
kind of
basically.
you kind of pushed it and you pulled it. And it used a principle called isometrics, where basically you generate tension at one point and then you hope that the muscle gets stronger.
Right.
And isometrics became very popular with the bull worker. So what happened was that the Eastern Europe was winning lots of gold medals in the Olympics because they were taking lots of steroids. And whenever the Western coaches would ask them that why is it that y'all are winning and all, they would say isometrics. Yeah.
But it's not, it's not a great workout, but it's not a bad start.
Yeah, it was better than nothing
I don't think it's there anymore.
because I was a very pudgy kid.
Yeah.
Because I like to eat and sleep, basically, like all the other kids. I wasn't very physically active. But then I decided, I read Arnold's book. And it was a little autobiography like this.
You read the autobiography, not the Encyclopedia of Bodybuilding.
No, I got that later, a year later.
That's a huge book. That itself is like a dumbbell.
So I read that as well. By the time I was in the 8th grade, I had read everything. I knew everything that there was to know about it.
Correct.
And so then I used to train. I used to come home, throw the school bag. I'd just get out of school. And then I would do all my pull-ups, push-ups, training, and I had 10-pound dumbbell. And I was a 6th standard kid.
Right.
So by the time I was in the 8th, my dad realized that, he's obsessed with this. So then I went, there was a little shop at Metro Cinema called Alpha Sports.
Of course.
Yeah.
They're all-
So there was only Alpha and Caxton in those
Correct,
days. Now
correct.
there are 200 shops there.
I think they're all cousins.
Yeah.
That own them.
So I got a bench, a squat rack, leg extension, leg curl. So this is a kid in the 8th
And barbell
grade.
and...
And about 200 pounds of weight.
Fantastic.
So I was training all
If
day.
all our
every day.
VIPs are given this, there's no need for security. They can train every day and keep themselves tough and fit mentally and physically. I really believe you'll save
Then
money.
you think they need 10 cars in the
No,
front and
of course
behind
not.
to protect them,
Of
the
course.
jammer van and
because
the
if you're a really
ambulance?
masculine man, you wouldn't want people to protect you. That will upset you that you have 30 people. You're standing like that. What the hell? Makes no sense to me.
Yeah.
So as a young boy, you were given an entire gym
Yeah,
set.
yeah. So by the time I was in 10th grade, I could probably bench 200 pounds, which was
Not bad.
very
Yeah.
unusual for those days.
Not bad. But you did say in the book, and I want to pick bone of contention with me, is that you've said Arnold's greatest of all time. I think Ronnie Coleman's the greatest of all time. I think I would argue that point.
But that's kind of a...
Because Arnold's
it's
lower
a
body...
changing goalpost.
Arnold's lower body will never... upper body, fantastic. Even today, his chest, double biceps, unbelievable. Back spread, fabulous. But I don't think lower body will compare with some of these guys.
Agreed. But I think he's the one who
But
brought
influence-
bodybuilding into the mainstream.
Listen,
Before Arnold
I'm a huge
Schwarzenegger,
fan.
bodybuilding was like a little cult
who
thing.
would spell... We would not be able to say his name. He's that great that we could say Schwarzenegger properly. For Indians, I think it's fabulous because we can't say Cyrus properly.
I'm going to go next year.
Cyrus, Simon, Cyrus. You must have gone through that.
Plenty.
The
Cryas.
fucking idiots
I get
can't
calls.
that right.
I get calls
Schwarzenegger
from the
they can say.
telemarketers.
Yeah, always.
Cryas. I said, Cryas kaun hai? Who is Cryas?
And they say it with such authority, like
Cryas.
they're your
Bichara.
dad.
So
Yeah.
poor fellow has read Cyres. He's
Yeah.
never been exposed
Never.
to somebody with the name Cyrus.
Never.
So he doesn't know maybe so he said they call me Cryas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've given up.
Yeah.
I say, call me whatever you want to. It's like my relationship with my wife. I don't care anymore. It just doesn't matter. Sorry, I shouldn't say this in front of that young man. Why? He's not cynical yet. How old is he?
9th grade. 14.
You're calculating. Wife's watching.
Grade 14.
It's okay. My dad didn't know what standard I was in.
Even my dad
It
didn't
was
know.
very embarrassing. If somebody
Even my dad
said,
didn't know which class I was in,
yeah.
whether it was 8 or 7 and division, to forget it.
Yeah.
He didn't know which class. I
Oh
was
God, no. Division. Teacher's name, impossible. Like never
But
know.
we are supposed to somehow know all this today.
But our
which
mo-
class he's in, what's his teacher's name.
But today's father is a little bit more involved. The mother makes sure, I think. Pickups, drops, everything. Where my dad didn't know anything.
Driver.
No, bus. We put in a school bus.
Yes,
and
yes. We
yeah,
had
you
the
paid
school
the school bus.
When we missed the school bus, I had to walk home.
Yeah,
because
your-
there was nobody coming.
Literally your pop's problem, but not. Figure it out from there. Yeah. All right. So bodybuilding.
Yeah.
There's lovely. What page is that picture on where you've basically done the most, well, not his most famous pose, but iconic pose of
Yeah, the
Arnold's.
front twisting 3/4,
Yeah.
Arnold's iconic
Yeah,
pose.
that both biceps in view because he had those peak biceps. Can you find it, doctor?
I wrote the book. It's got to be
I
there
know.
in there
I tried
somewhere.
to remember the page and I forgot the page.
It's got
Put it on
to be in
54.
there somewhere.
Yeah.
See, we are all bodybuilders in India from the
Yeah.
80s and 90s. Are
Abhi sir, can you take a nice shot of this? This is a really good picture. It's firstly his physique
Yeah.
is outstanding here. Secondly, the lighting and all is like a professional. You
This
could
is
put
a
this in-
professional picture. This Ronnie Sequeira has taken this picture.
Ronnie Sequeira.
Yeah.
Oh my God, he's also a biker.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he is.
There you go. Nice, no?
Yeah.
Very, very good.
I think so too.
And a real tribute to Ani. Even the facial expression is almost like
Yeah,
his.
yeah.
It's like you've actually looked at it for a while and said, I'll try and get that facial expression. Oh, and the tights, Winifred. What is your thoughts about these tights here?
She loves those undies.
Yeah.
I found the time.
You found the tights.
Yeah.
Were they?
So I had such small red posing trunks.
Oh, you had
So
those.
she said you can't
They're
wear
very
that.
tough to get. Those
Yeah,
actual
you can't
posing
wear that.
Speedo type.
Yeah, she
tight.
refused
Yeah.
to let me wear that and took out the Calvin Klein chaddis from the
This is
cupboard.
a tight only.
Yeah, no, these are Calvin Klein chaddis
Oh, these are
where
cotton
the
underwear.
label Calvin
This is
Klein
cotton
has been
underwear.
digitally removed. These are underwear.
Oh, this is underwear.
Yeah,
but it
yeah.
looks like if you see an IFBB bodybuilder on stage, it
Yes.
looks exactly like that.
Yeah,
which,
yeah.
Which those are nylon tights which are
Yeah.
very thin. So that
Sure.
as much, yeah.
Yeah.
Why are we two heterosexual men discussing all this? I'm feeling a little uncomfortable, Cyrus. What the hell? So that's the bodybuilding. You went up in weight, you've come down in weight. That's very interesting that you can do that a lot of times. You've been at your biggest and you've been at your leanest and you've been at your most muscular. Take us a little bit through your dieting and all that because you work so...
So when you want to lose weight, it's very simple. You have to cut carbs and do more cardio. But if you do too much of it, then you're going to eat muscle as well.
Right.
And then you'll end up like a smaller and shrunken version of yourself. Like all the Ozempic heroes today. You see all these people roaming around
Can
like,
you name them?
like this.
Famous ones, can you name?
Become like this. They are
Ozempic
famous
heroes.
people, famous
Name.
producers and...
Producers?
not producers.
Actors?
Maybe
Actresses?
Yeah, not-
Directors?
directors.
That's
I
what you were
think.
looking at.
Yeah.
It took a long time to come there.
Yeah, but then you kind of end up looking ill, and when patient comes to you and the doctor looks ill, they're not really happy. It doesn't really enthuse them.
Although we are joking about it, it's not an untrue comment or unfair comment to make if you know anyone who's on Ozempic. They do,
I know many people on
I mean,
Ozempic,
you know better than us,
many.
but you can sort of tell, right?
You
They
can
suddenly
tell
look-
after some time because they lose muscle as well. And then they start to look old.
and gaunt, like
Gaunt,
all the
yeah. They
blood
look
is
sick.
gone. Blood is
Yeah,
gone from
they
the
look
body. Yeah. See, we are so jealous of people losing weight that we just have to say all this to feel
Because
better.
now they've done it the easy way, For us, it was
will
damn
it
hard.
stay? Will it stay?
As long as they take it.
Oh, they will continue taking it. I thought you
yeah.
take it and then you stop.
No, when you stop, the weight will come back.
Oh.
Oh, yes.
But is it? But we don't know if it's okay to take for life and all. No, there's no.
We'll find out.
Oof. Doctors not being very kind to these guys. Okay, so that's that. One quick story if we can get in is that you had a scare in 2002.
Yeah.
Which you've not mentioned,
I
which
had
is-
a cancer scare. It's written in the book.
Yeah, it's a full. Well,
Yeah,
more
I
than
had a tumor. And
Yeah.
because I was a doctor, I could figure this out very quickly. Because it's a bulge where it's not supposed to be bulging. And
This is
then
a sad story.
Yeah. So
So
then
kill the momentum of the sad story. Let's rewind, play the right
moral,
music, and
what's
get
the moral
back.
of the story here?
Yeah,
The moral of the
he's making
story
light
here
of it,
is
but it was a proper cancer
early,
scare, right?
yeah, early diagnosis and early treatment saves lives.
And you drove yourself to the clinic,
yeah.
and you went in a hurry as well. From
I was
what
in a
remember.
hurry to get it out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, that sounded wrong. Yeah, but again, making light of it, but a huge situation must have been very hard for
Very stressful,
for your
yeah.
wife, your family. Kids were very young at that point. And was there any reason? There's no reason, right, for all this.
Genetic.
Just bad luck, right?
Bad luck
What are you
and
gonna do?
genetics.
Yeah.
Never underestimate bad luck.
Oops. Ouch. So who do we vote for then to increase our luck? In Tamil Nadu, TVK.
Yeah.
Let's stay with Tamil Nadu for now. Then there was another crash, because I just want to get in those moments in your life which are sort of, path changing. Motorcyclist, loves motorcycles, has a collection of bikes. We don't have time, but you had gone to Germany and then America. Those 2 trips, I think they made a big impression on your mind in
Yeah.
terms of vehicles. You mentioned German efficiency. You're a big fan of Germany, and so am
Yeah.
I. And you said
All my cars are German.
You said, when I make money, I want to get the Audi 8 and all that.
Yeah.
Right? So bikes. And he's got some.
Yeah, so I had at
fabulous
one point the bike on the cover of the book
Yeah.
is a H2, and this was the fastest bike in the country.
Wow.
By far.
Wow.
It was like sitting on a ballistic missile.
My
the
God.
missile that Trump is threatening to shoot at Iran.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this was like sitting
Why can't
on
you
a
just send the
missile.
bike? World will be a better place. I changed my mind. Sir, Dr. Cyrus.
So I was in Chennai at the racetrack. This was 2017. And I used to hang out with my friends there. And we used to do a school called the California Superbike School, where all the coaches are from California and round the
Actually?
world. Yeah. And they would come down and they would teach you how to race. So this was the cradle of motorcycle racing, where all the big MotoGP champions had been to the California
What are you
Superbike
saying?
School. Yeah.
Oh.
So my friends had got them down and we used to train with them. So I think one day it got a little competitive, and exiting one of the corners, I think one of the other riders clipped my rear. I don't really remember.
You
because
say you
I
have no memory.
I have no memory of those 4 or 5 hours.
This is what men say when they cheat on their wives, huh?
No, they say it wasn't me.
No, I don't
It wasn't me.
No idea.
So the next thing, I wake up in the hospital, looking at the ceiling. And it's a typical hospital ceiling. It's like one of those medical
But
college
till today,
hospitals.
the blank out remains.
There's a complete blank out. But there's CCTV footage of me walking around in a daze.
You get up. You get up after
I get
the
up.
thing on
So,
that.
guys watching on CCTV and they're saying he's motionless, which means he's dead. Then after 2 minutes, they say, no, he's moving his hand. So by then the ambulance reached. Then I got up. I sat in the car. I refused to sit in the ambulance. Only sick people sit in ambulance.
Right.
I sat in the car and then I went to so at the racetrack, there's always a little medical center. Because enough people fall down there. And then from there to the hospital. But I don't remember any of this. It's a complete memory
But how bad
wipe.
was the injury?
So that's the typical thing with a brain concussion. So when you have a concussion, you lose that part of the memory permanently.
Oh.
Yeah. So I remember before 11 in the morning what I ate for breakfast. The crash was probably 12:30. I don't remember anything till 2:30 till I woke up again in the hospital.
And to remain like that, just like a
Forever.
gap.
Yeah.
Wow. But what happens to biking after that? Everybody.
So bike is still there, but I did go back.
But this
after
kind of
2 years.
semi-professional
so I
biking?
did go back and do the California Superbike School again.
What did
Because
Jennifer
otherwise,
say?
everyone would think I was scared.
What about the family?
The family is not so scared anymore.
Family deals with.
The family's okay?
No.
Then see, he was a little hesitant because the wife is sitting right here. Unfortunately, I haven't put a camera on. her.
So
We
I
should
did
have.
go back once to do the school.
Oh.
There's an old story in the 40s and 50s. There used to be a parachute regiment in Britain. And now and then they used to pack the parachute. Now and then 200 people jump and one parachute doesn't open. So then that person is cancelled. So then what happens? What happens
This is
is...
sensitive, doctor. This is
Yeah,
just
so
a
then
funny
what
moment.
happens
Yeah.
after that is that then the whole parachute regiment, including the commanding officer and everyone, and the junior NCOs who pack the parachute, everyone before the funeral, they attend the funeral, and then after that, all of them go and they jump once. Because otherwise the whole regiment will
get
lose
over
its
it.
nerve. Yeah, you have to get over it. So if you fall
But then
off
again,
the
they
bike,
lose one guy.
No, this
Like
time
this, there's no
they pack
regiment
all
left.
the parachutes
2
better.
years later, there's not one left. There's a
Yeah.
cow in the field, and that's it. One witness.
So I remember this. So I said, if you fall off once and you break a few bones, it's okay.
But that's a fair point, even for
Yeah,
driving
you
a car.
got to get
Yeah.
you got to get back in that saddle. Otherwise, this will be something that will you'll be afraid of this forever.
I have the same story from the bedroom. Thing is, when I went back, there was nobody there.
Yeah.
But anyway, it's okay.
Yeah.
Okay, na Baba?
So that's the bike. I have lots of close shaves on the road because
Stop
our
saying
roads
that,
are,
she's sitting
so
right
our
here.
roads are
Huh.
not really a very safe place.
Really, honestly,
Yeah, you
that's
think,
why I didn't let
but
my
it
son.
was better 20 years ago, but today absolutely not. I wouldn't
go
let my kids ride a
Yeah,
bike
absolutely.
at all.
That's the other thing.
And,
no way.
yeah,
Like, he
no
said,
way.
no doubt. I'm a very liberal dad, and I'll do what you want.
I
vote
still
for whoever
remember,
you want to,
once
but
I was
no, yeah.
I was riding to Pune
Yeah.
with my friends, and there was a cow crossing the road.
Right.
And then
Which is the holy animal.
Yeah, the cow was crossing the road, and this was the roundabout Uran.
Huh.
We used to get onto that
Correct, yeah.
highway. And we were doing about 120, 140, and the cow crossed the road. So I thought cow walked back in reverse.
Yeah, you mentioned that as well.
And I
yeah.
just missed the tail of the cow, But I would have
I
been off
think
the
you've
bike.
written you didn't know that cows could reverse.
I didn't know that cows don't say when a dog runs across the road
yeah.
and he wants to come back.
Faces
a dog or a
this
cat
way,
faces this way.
Yeah.
But cow walks in reverse.
Yeah.
I never knew that. And the cow started walking in reverse and I nearly collided with the back end of the cow. And that's when I realized that cow walks in reverse.
Right.
I never knew that earlier.
It's a very good point. And also remember, that's how cows keep their figure. They don't do the whole turn and all. Just go back a little bit like that and everybody's happy. Fair enough. Also, if he hit
So
the
I've had
cow,
a lot of
doctor
close
would have
shaves
been
like
here.
this.
Yeah. Huh. Yeah. But he's still allowed to ride the bike, just for the record. But he's trying.
I still have one bike.
But you're already suited up. I mean, again, I'll try and show the visuals later. But you've got
On the racetrack, I survived because I was in
completely
the full
suited up.
racing gear.
Yeah. So it does make a difference.
Of course.
This
Without the gear, you're dead.
Well, even with sometimes, but yeah. Wait. Let's get to what else is there? The cycling and the Ironman.
Yeah.
We must discuss this because being I like bodybuilding and lifting weights and all. I always scoff at my wife who likes to run and let's face it, they're low intensity kind of exercise. So I don't understand why they do it. Your nervous system doesn't really get involved beyond a point.
Cycling.
You never feel like you're dying.
Cycling and Ironman circuit is certainly not low intensity. Your heart rate is doing 150, 160 for 3.5 hours, and there are a lot of climbs. So I did Bombay to Khandala, and climbing Borghat one shot with no stop is quite
This
hard.
is the three Parsi men searching for their future?
Yes.
So just set that
So
up
there
for
was
us.
Pandol, there was
Jamshed.
Ashish Contractor, me,
Yeah.
and we had many other friends, some of which were in
So just
school
explain
with
to
me.
people, because you're actually cycling up ghats, which are, if you've ever been in this part of India, is not easy to go with a car. So how do you, these are
So
real,
you train for it, like everything else.
you don't do what my friend Kunal Vijayekar would do, which is call someone to push the cycle up till he reaches the top.
I think some of them did that
think,
before
yeah, honestly.
they came all the way up. But I did it all by myself without anyone pushing me from behind.
Again, sounds wrong. But so between cycling and motorcycling, which is more, it's so different. Motorcycle gives you that power feeling and all that. And cycling
Yeah, but I
is-
still have the motorcycle. It's fun and all, but I don't have time to actually sit around all Sunday and ride my motorcycle. Cycling is something I can do 1 hour in the morning at 6:30 in the morning, cycle around on Marine Drive, do a few laps of that Valkeshwar.
from a fitness point of view, I understand. But I'm saying
and that's it.
from a love
And I
point
did the
of
Ironman once because it was just one of those things I always wanted to do.
quickly, Ironman is swimming, running, and cycling.
Yeah,
So
but
you
I
can't just
don't
turn up.
swim. I don't swim and run.
So how did you manage?
So I got somebody to do the swim part of it. I got
Oh, you did that,
friend,
the team thing.
the relay,
The
yeah.
team thing, yeah.
But I did the cycling, which is 90K, and it was 9:30, 10 in the morning in Goa in October. It was blazing sun. I was so tanned after the event that it took 6 months for the tan to go away.
I'm not worried about the tan as much as I would worry about what happens to the genitals. Because
Nothing happens. If the bike's correctly fitted,
The greatest cyclist has only
Yeah.
one.
Lance Armstrong.
Yeah, there's only one. One fell off. So you got to be
Yeah.
careful of these things. You
Yeah,
can't just
agreed.
keep
But if the
cycling.
bike fit is correct, nothing happens.
I still find it. I feel
And you got to train for it.
which is actually cycling. Now, this is all the way.
Yeah.
And not that cycling at home on stationary
No,
bikes, right?
no.
Some people think, I'll just do this and then I'll go to the Himalayas.
Not at all.
Yeah, so it's amazing. What a career you've had when you think about it. The things you've done, they're all pretty high level. I think a lot of your relatives and friends, one of them at the back of the book also mentions, he puts his mind to it. He just, wants to do it and then he's going to do it. That kind of single-minded focus. How do you describe yourself? It's a Miss India question, but it is interesting because you've got so many sides to your personality. I actually don't know anyone who's got so many interests and yet a super practice in a very, very competitive surgery environment, which alone should be enough. Honestly, you should be only, as far as I know, playing snooker twice a week or something. But you've
I
got...
can't play snooker. I tried. I'm very bad at it.
Yeah, it's a slow
I
twitch.
only do things that I'm good at.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah. So if I was bad at cycling, I don't run.
But does
Because
he-
I'm terrible at it.
Let me ask, unfortunately, we don't have a camera on your wife, but does he have time for home and all that? Because he's always doing things.
Sometimes.
Okay, she's being very sweet. She's saying
I
sometimes.
live there.
Yeah, he lives there. He turns up.
I live there.
He turns
I
up.
sleep there.
It's like the working woman's hostel, which is near your house. Where
Next door.
Where my wife used to stay when we were dating. They've got timings. You come in and you leave, and that's it. Yeah. All right, but before
I shoot also.
Oh
This
yeah,
is
we
my
forgot
new
about shooting.
passion.
Did we talk about that?
Yeah,
We did
this
in the
is my
beginning.
new passion.
But now you're shooting like properly in.
Yeah, so I'm a
range in
Maharashtra
volley and
state.
all.
I'm Maharashtra state gold medalist.
Yeah.
I
Was
got
it
a
gold
gold
medalist?
medal in the India Open.
Did you treat Ashok Pandit and Sheila Karungo also, who are
Yes.
leading,
Yes.
national level shooters?
Absolutely. So I went to the range because Mr. Pandit, who I treated, told me that Cyrus, come to the range, you'll be good at this.
How
So
do you
that's
know?
why I landed up at the range. He knew. He just knew because he's been seeing shooters for 50 years and he's been Asian Games gold medalist and Commonwealth Games himself. So he could tell. He said, see, Cyrus, shooting is a sport for intelligent people. And if you come to the range, you'll be able to do it. So I just landed up there and he put me with a coach. And it wasn't really that hard.
Just before we go to the prepared questions we have for you as well, I know we're running out of time. Who is Reena? So he's got lots of famous patients, and in the book he's mentioned a couple, but he's not, well, Ashok Pandit and all he's mentioned because he knows them, etc. But otherwise he's not mentioned names. There's some very famous Bollywood actress whose name has been given as Reena, but that's not her name. So what's her real name?
It rhymes with
Tina!
that.
I thought
It
so.
rhymes with
I
that.
thought so. I was telling the boys in the morning it had to be Tina because you didn't bother.
right.
You had to
Yeah.
make it like, yeah.
Yeah.
Let's not challenge anybody. All right. Fair enough. Okay. I'm sure you've got
LASIK.
LASIK. Yeah, okay. Can you just give us a quick thing into LASIK, which is the
So
New part.
laser vision correction has been around for about 30 years. Earlier, we used to do a procedure called LASIK, where you cut a layer on the surface of the eye like a lid. You lifted the lid and you reshaped the cornea to change the power of the eye. Just like the difference between your spectacle lens or his spectacle lens is the curvature. So you would change the curvature of the eye. But nowadays, we don't cut that layer anymore. We do a procedure called SMILE, in which the laser system does the procedure inside the cornea without a cut. So that's the basic change that we have today. It's minimally invasive laser vision correction, which recovers very quickly.
and any age group you can go all the way.
Yeah, so we operate people starting at the age of 18. You can operate them even when they're 80.
Wow, excellent. Okay, but before he actually winds up with us here, we've got some prepared questions.
I'm ready.
Young Akanksha is also a doctor. I'm not sure of doctor of what, but she's only
Doctor of what?
no idea.
Okay.
You know how these
Just
people are.
checking.
Yeah.
She looked little young to be doctor.
Not even old enough to be a nurse. She's that young. But she's got some very interesting questions.
Yeah.
So she wants to put you not on the spot
right.
exactly, but just like
You can put me on the spot.
When
I'll
the
answer
guest
them.
is a specialist, it's good to test their sort of knowledge of their subject, which I'm sure will not be a problem. Plus, I have the answers with me. If you want, I'll give them to you. First, the car thingy, F1 thingy, because that's one of your passions. The F1 pit crews change all 4 tires in a mind-numbing 5 to 6 seconds. Is this correct or incorrect?
It's correct.
Okay. The fact we've got is it's even faster.
Yeah, a little bit.
1.8 to 2 seconds. Is that correct?
No, I think it's about 3-4 seconds.
3-4
Are they correcting in 2 seconds? Yeah, my son says 2 seconds.
2 seconds they change
Yeah,
all
he's a
4
big
tires.
F1 fan.
Boss, I mean, I took my Jeep the other day and the guy took about 45 minutes.
Yeah, that's
Who
why
the-
he's not in F1.
He's not in F1
That's
by
why
a
he's-
huge
he's
margin.
definitely
That
not in
joker.
F1.
He was on the phone while changing the tire. How the world has changed. They've got the phone like this and they change the tire like that. I mean, you don't do that, none surgery.
No, never.
If our call's in the middle, then
I do a cataract surgery in under 3 minutes.
really,
Yeah,
for sure.
yeah.
Do you play music?
Always.
What kind of music?
I have a playlist. It's mainly
What
classical
are the
music.
guests says I don't want this music and all, but they're under the.
Yeah, we don't
Slightly.
really ask them.
What do you play,
The
Beethoven?
music is for me, not for the patients.
Fair enough, but I remember going to the dentist and he used to play this really loud music and I didn't like it, and I told him and he punched
That was
me.
to drown out your screams.
Yeah. No, they put that thing in and then have a conversation with you.
You can't answer.
You can't answer. You just
But
speak
here
all
also
over.
they're very quiet and all because they're covered and the mouth is covered.
But you must
Just
have.
the eye.
Maybe Reena said, "Can I have a Hindi song or something?" No. Okay. India's first ever Paralympic shooter and the nation's first Paralympic shooting medalist made history at the 2023 Tokyo Paralympics. Is this true?
I have no idea.
Made history. We'll explain that. India's first ever Paralympic shooter and the nation's first Paralympic shooting medalist is Avani Likhara. She made history at the 2020 Tokyo Paralympics.
Yeah,
Who knew this? Somebody said, yeah. Your wife knows everything.
she knows everything.
Unbelievable. You got
The wife always knows everything. You know that.
We got the wrong person
Yeah.
on, boss. Could have done it half an hour
Yeah.
instead of 1 hour. Yeah. Okay, the next one. This is about the eye. This is his real speciality. The eye is perfectly round like a marble.
No, it's not.
Okay, so what's written here is while the human eye looks spherical, it is not perfectly round like a marble. It is slightly asymmetrical globe. So it's not round, it's roundish. Now, people with blue eyes naturally have sharper vision than people with brown eyes.
Not at all.
It says here people with blue or light eyes tend to be more sensitive to light, if that makes
Yeah, because when you adapted, you've grown up in an environment with more sunlight, you have brown eyes.
Oh,
That's
is
why
that it?
Scandinavians have blue eyes.
Oh.
And Indian
Like that lady
people living
reporter
in
who shouted at
Trump.
Cebu George, our Indian rep,
No idea about that.
asking critical questions on democracy. Wasn't that I anyway? It's not my business. I'm a very happy Indian. The word doctor can also be used as a noun, or rather, it can only be used as a noun, or can it also be used as a verb? The word
I
doctor.
was very bad at grammar in school. I told you I didn't
Let's
study much.
act it out now. So doctor, yeah, I call you doctor, so you're a
You
doctor.
can play doctor.
Ah,
Are you asking about that?
Right. That's smart. That's
Well
it.
done.
That's it. That's absolutely correct. Yeah, well done. Full marks. All well done. There's one more book that you've written and a third one
Yes.
coming out. So just quickly tell us about the book that on ophthalmology.
So I've written a book called The Sight Guide. And if you read this book, this is basically a collection of questions and answers and the stuff that people have asked me over 25 years of practice. So these are the same questions that every patient will ask before surgery. For example, will it hurt? How big is the cut
Hey,
going to
not
be?
just surgery,
How
huh?
fast will it recover? How well will I see and how soon will I see? What's the difference between this lens and that lens? What's the difference between LASIK and SMILE?
So it's a
Things
guide.
like that.
It's like a guide
Yes,
book.
it's like a guide
okay.
for patients. It's
Fair.
not a medical textbook. I've written lots of medical textbooks. I have more than 50 chapters in print in 30 medical textbooks.
My God.
But this is not one of them. This is written in simple English for people to read and understand.
And the third book, there's one coming out apparently.
Yeah. That's the next edition of the autobio.
Okay.
Yeah.
But we've covered almost all your right up till now, haven't
There's
you?
other stuff.
Acha, this is about other incidents and all that have happened,
Yeah.
etc. People who don't pay their bills, that kind of thing. That's a huge story.
Very rare.
Yeah. Well, are you friends with Mazda, Turel?
Very well.
Yeah.
Yes.
Did you like him on the podcast?
Wonderful.
He speaks too much, no? Just
No,
kidding.
poor fellow, he didn't speak much at all. He didn't speak much at all and he came wearing scrubs.
No, he went straight to operate. Huh? I must give him
that's
that
fine.
because he was
Yeah,
on the
yeah.
call and all that. Yeah. I hope that was a successful operation because, we held him back.
Neurosurgery is very stressful.
Yeah.
And in the 70s, the neurosurgery department was the launching pad. So when people came in, they got launched.
Wow.
Yeah, the success rate wasn't very good. Now things have changed with new technology and techniques. But the olden
Which is the
days,
worst-
neurosurgery was a one-way
So
street.
which is the worst surgery in terms of percentage, like success percentage? Which is the worst area?
I guess advanced cancer surgery is not that great.
Yeah.
Or complicated neurosurgery, with brain tumors and stuff.
All right.
But things like eye surgery, dental surgery and all. Dental is not really surgery, but whatever.
Whoa!
So things like eye surgery and all have a fantastic... You're more likely to get run over crossing the road than the surgery.
If you're in a surgery for the eye. All right. Get the book. It's called Cyres.
It's available on Amazon.
It's available on Amazon. Dr. Cyres K. Mehta. And let's just take a look at these different avatars of the man who has a very interesting and fun life. So you never get bored.
Never.
You have so many different things to do. Yeah.
Never a dull moment.
Yeah. Are you carrying your gun here?
No.
You don't carry it with
I
you?
only carry the gun to the range.
You don't carry it otherwise?
No.
You have a license.
Yes.
So you can carry it, right?
What will I do with it?
Just have fun on the road. Kisne bike, kisne laga idhar, Gando, aja. And then, the moment that guy says, tu kaun hai, just take out the gun.
But you
Once.
You can't take out a gun in
Why?
public. It's
Why?
unlawful. Even if you have a license,
Why?
if you
To
take
defend
out the
yourself?
weapon, unless put into a life-threatening situation, if you just take out a weapon, this is called brandishing the weapon. And they will take away your license and put you in jail.
So you can't take it out if there's an altercation unless you feel you're going to die.
Yes. Unless there's a threat to your life, you're not supposed to take out or use the gun.
So if a guy says, tu kaun hai, and
If he's just going to hit you twice with a stick,
It's not enough.
easier to get hit with the stick and go home rather than to follow the bureaucracy and paperwork. of
मेरा
taking
license
out the-
cancel karo. I'm not interested in it. I wanted to use
You
it
have
as
a license?
No, I
Why don't
barely
you
have a
apply?
driving license.
Why don't you apply for one?
No.
They'll love to give
My
you
dad
one.
was a good shot when we were young. Yeah, I could
Used-
never.
used to shoot.
We had a National 25. I shot my good friend Apurva Devanji from the 4th floor in his
Yeah?
calf. And I meant to hit
What
his...
happened then?
We remained friends. His mom
Yeah,
came
but
and shouted at
took
my
out
mom.
the pellet.
That's-
You all took out extract.
Nothing much happened. It was just like a
bounced
little,
off.
yeah. No, he got a
He
little
was just
scar,
complaining a
small
lot.
scar. Yeah.
He was just complaining.
My cousin Ashish used to shoot me.
Yeah.
He used to say, nothing will happen, nothing will happen. I was 2 years younger. He would make me stand in Gurgaon. There's nothing around in that area. Just stand there and nothing will happen.
No, but in the olden days, we used to shoot people
The
with that
.22, the
small
.22.
dal. No,
Yeah.
you put a dal seed inside
Yeah.
the air rifle and you shot them with it.
That stung.
It stung like
Yeah.
hell. But of course, there was no damage.
Yeah. No, unless it hits the eye. And
If
that's
it
where
hits
you
the
come
eye,
in. That's where you
yeah,
come in.
Pellet
Yeah.
gun injuries are terrible
Yeah.
with the eye.
No, but you naturally do that when somebody tries to do. I mean, please don't do all this. You're just joking. All right. Thank you so much, sir. Are you going back to surgery now?
No, I'm going to the clinic now.
Okay. Surgery is in the morning, right?
Yeah, surgery is in the morning. You've been there.
I've been there. And also, I find most doctors prefer to do surgery in the morning for whatever
Yeah, because
reason.
you're fresh. You don't have the same mental focus at the end of the day. And surgery is a mental focus job.
You know,
You have to be absolutely focused.
This is good advice for marriage also. Talk to your wife in the morning and not after that. Because sometimes in the evening, all our fights happen in the evening. Because I'm tired, I'm not really listening and all that. You know, I feel,
Yeah.
is your wife still here?
Basically, your tolerance for bullshit decreases in the evening. Huh?
Baba, you may have a gun, but where will you run? Okay, it's been a pleasure. Please go buy the book.
Did you know Indians report nearly 800 cases of online financial fraud every day, which has resulted in losses exceeding 1,000 crores in the last 5 years? To keep you safe from such fraud, I am starting my newest podcast series, Conversation with Vigilante, an initiative by HDFC Bank. In every episode, I will feature special guests who can share expert insights on the different types of fraud, their modus operandi, and how you can protect your money. Stay safe, stay vigilant, and don't forget to tune into Conversation with Vigilante. Catch the episodes on all audio streaming platforms and V for Vigilante YouTube channel.
Cyrus says every time, Cyrus says, जब ये कहे तुम सुनो,
Please. तमीज से बात करना है ना. Important people यार.